Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm Janice.
And this is The X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
We are breakup coaches here to help you beat your breakup,
Heal your broken heart,
and move on to an amazing, abundant life. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the May Happy Hour episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Claire, it's so good to see you. I feel like we've seen each other and talked a ton, but we haven't recorded in a week.
Yeah,
Which
it's been
is
so
very
crazy.
rare for us.
It's very rare.
It has been crazy.
Yeah.
So Janice, that's me, has moved house.
Yeah.
And that has taken up a lot of time. Claire helped me, which was really lovely. We had a fancy dinner the other night, but because of what moving house entails, we haven't recorded. We've had to push off a few things, which I'm really grateful to have a wonderful podcast partner who's happy to do that. So it is different, though, I have to say, having not recorded in a week.
Especially the week before we recorded like three or four times. It was like a busy week, and then no recordings. It felt a little weird. So we're glad to be back.
So weird, and also we're really dedicated to our listeners. That's why we record sometimes 3 times in a week.
Yeah.
So we are here for a special weekend moving, can I even say birthday happy hour episode? Because, dear listeners, by the time you hear this, my birthday will have passed. My birthday is tomorrow. So this is exciting. And so I don't think we will have revealed what movie we're doing. Should we do a little drum roll? What movie are we talking about tonight, Claire?
50 Shades of Grey.
It had to happen.
It had to happen. We're just getting it out of the way. And I was like, don't worry, Janice. It's definitely better than Twilight. And now I'm eating my words, having rewatched the two of them in close succession. And we do believe that Twilight is better than 50 Shades.
I would watch Twilight over and over to never have to watch this movie again. I was not a Twilight fan, but just overall quality, script. I mean, even the toxicity level of relationship. Okay, 50 Shades of Grey. I think a lot of people now, 7 years later, can say this. Like, what was the appeal?
What was
movie
it?
Sucks.
Yeah.
And it was also very popular and is very relationship based. And so I think it's important that we talk about it and say what we felt about it. Yes. And, really, as with Twilight, I was laughing out loud at some of the parts because it
was so bad.
So dumb and bad. And so I think it's going to make for a really great weekend happy hour episode.
Yeah. You really feel for like the director and the cast, and they're like, all right, we're going to try to turn shit into gold.
Well, the director, I guess everyone, it was huge. It was a huge movie. It was a huge,
it was very well funded.
Right. So I guess you would have to kind of say yes to it. Another thing I want to ask you is, so because I knew that you read Twilight when you were in high school, college.
50 Shades. I've read both of the books and the movies. Perfect. For both Twilight and for 50 Shades of Grey. I actually read them. So what was your question?
I wanted to ask you. A little bit of a backstory there. You've read the books, you've watched the films. I'm going into this fresh. But so obviously, having just taken a deep dive into Twilight and then watching this film, it like was mind blowing. I'm like, Twilight. Because the beginning of the films are both so similar. But
I mean, they are cliches, both of them too,
Well, yes, the damsel in distress and all of the other, love at first sight. But apparently what I don't think I realized is that 50 Shades of Grey, everyone considers it to be Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah.
How? I don't understand fan fiction, but besides the
it was
beginning.
Originally released, I believe, chapter by chapter online as a free Twilight fan fiction.
But how is it fan fiction?
She changed the names of the characters in order to publish it as a book in its own right, but it started off actually being Edward and Bella. I'm pretty sure.
And we're gonna find out. So, but Edward's not a vampire?
Yeah. So she was like, let me write the characters with their dynamic, but as if he was not a vampire. And he was a real life vampire, aka capitalism.
But Edward's in love. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, all that's right. True. Edward wasn't into.
And that was the kind of the redeeming thing about Twilight, is that the two people at least said they were in love with each other. Whereas with this film, it's he is blatantly saying that he's not in love with her. Okay. All right. So it was just meant to be modern day non-vampire story about what these two people could have done if they were not vampires, and also if one of them was into BDSM.
I guess so. I'm pretty sure.
All right. As everyone knows, or as you at least know, I don't do contemporary literature, and so I don't know fan fiction.
I don't do that.
Well, no, it's just I don't know what fan fiction really means, because to me, besides the fact that the beginning of the stories.
Because you don't like Harry Potter either. Oh my
Sorry,
God,
everyone! I never said I didn't like it. I just said that I had never gotten into it.
Yeah. So you don't know whether you would like it, because
I fully admit, I do believe when people say that it's good and compelling and entertaining and all of that. I never said
because I was just thinking about there's a huge fan fiction world attached to Harry Potter. And I was like, how did you make it without doing Harry Potter fan fiction? And then I'm like, wait.
Can you give me an example of Harry Potter fan fiction? Does it get sexy or I mean, like what
it can get sexy. A very common one is putting Draco and Hermione together. Yeah.
I don't know who they are.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, so I watched
Hermione is the best friend of Harry. She's the super spoiled. And Draco is like the school bully, super spoiled. Dad is a Death Eater with
Yeah. Well, we're not here to talk about Harry Potter because just with what you said, I have a bunch of questions. But maybe somehow we'll come up with an X-Files happy hour. We can talk about a Harry Potter movie.
I mean, it just affects so many things. I mean, that's the thing with literature throughout, not just contemporary, but it's always referencing something else. Like,
yeah. Okay.
So I don't know.
Especially Harry Potter. And now other things that are contemporary now reference Harry Potter. Like art just becomes a world of its own.
Yeah, you can all trace it back to the Bible too.
Do you think that you can trace 50 Shades of Grey back to the Bible? Twilight I can see because Colin was religious, and so that you can trace back to the Bible. And so I guess then you can trace 50 Shades back to the Bible because 50 Shades came from Twilight. All right, so we're not getting to the film, so let's get into it. But before we do, unless you would like to say anything else about fan fiction or Harry Potter, I don't want to,
No, I mean, I'm not.
Like I always tell you, I don't want to micromanage.
Yeah, like I could start making like potential ways that 50 Shades is tied to the Bible. Like there's the whole like single mother,
we're gonna
like
go
abandoned like child. I don't we're gonna we're gonna take I don't think that's gonna be like helpful for people.
I don't know if any of this is helpful to people, but we're at least
True.
I remember the first happy hour episode we did, and you're like asking me to tell you about the concept, and I'm like, I just want to talk about a movie. Yeah. And you said, but I want to be helpful to people.
Like we're trying to help people.
No, we really are, and we're trying to help society.
Yes,
because this is bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. So before we start,
yes,
it is happy hour. Would you like to tell us what you're drinking?
I'm drinking A Truly strawberry tea hard seltzer. And
Yay!
if anyone is wondering, the the tea series of Trulies is truly the best flavors. So
sounds like you're reading an ad.
They're actually they don't sell them in every store, and it's to the point now where we have to like, like within my friend group, we're like, oh my God, this store on this road, they have it. You have to go there, sort of thing. So if anyone's wondering, that's
I like hard seltzer. What is the hard seltzer that's popular here in Denver with the mermaid? Is that Truly? Because what I like is the hard seltzer that is like kind of unflavored. And there's only one that I know, and it's the mermaid. So anyways, listeners,
there's another hard seltzer that is made in Colorado with Colorado water.
Yep.
I can't remember what it's called, but the packaging totally brought me in, and it's kind of unflavored. So that might be what you like.
If you are the owner of a hard seltzer company, we'd love to have you as a sponsor. All right. So I, as people may know, like to do the themed cocktail. So but also I've had a lot going on in my life that made it a little complicated. However, when Claire and I saw each other the other night, we had a conversation where I expressed this to her. And do you remember? And I said, but I don't know, how can I do a 50 Shades theme?
Yeah.
And Claire says to me, well, how about something like charcoal? And I, for whatever reason, it went completely over my head. And I just go, why?
Why? Why charcoal?
Like, because
does he burn her?
Because the first thing that came to mind is that so I hadn't watched the whole movie at that point. And so the first thing that came to mind is that the gray character is gonna like burn Anastasia in some sort of weird BDSM charcoal thing.
Which it's meta Janice, because actually the weird things that look like a cystic acne outbreak on his chest, remember that? That's from his mom's pimp putting out his cigarettes on him as a child.
I wondered what that was, because you couldn't even see his chest. Oh my God. Okay, so we'll get to that. There was a lot of things in the movie that I thought weren't explained. So clearly it was made for people who had watched it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, or they were just like, people aren't here for the plot or the character development. They're here for the sexy scenes.
But there wasn't. All right, so
huge eye roll.
It is not a sexy film, in my opinion. There are a couple of sexy things, and we'll talk about it. So I did then get quite determined to do a charcoal-colored cocktail, but then I got it in my head that it had to be chocolate liqueur mixed with coconut. I went to my liquor store here. They didn't have the coconut vodka. So I decided, okay, what can like bring up sexy feelings for me? And it is what we talked about also at dinner that night, vodka and mango juice.
Mango!
So I created a cocktail, and it is 1 shot of regular vodka, unflavored, a shot and a half of what is my new favorite thing, absolute grapefruit vodka. This shit is so good. I thought that grapefruit vodka was going to be all sweet, and it's not. It's just like it's grapefruit. It's not sweet. It's amazing. And then I muddled 1 lime. Oh, and then I put a 1 shot of mango juice, and then I topped the whole thing with soda water.
And this is what you come up with when you're moving. Like, and you're rushing around cleaning your old place and like getting your new place all set up, and you're like, let me just pop to the store and put together a custom cocktail. Meanwhile, I had nothing to do this weekend, and I'm let me grab a seltzer.
I was looking forward to it. I needed something fancy to do.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what I'm gonna name it. I did consult with a friend back in Melbourne, who possibly suggests Russian Tropics because it has so much vodka in it. So if anyone has better ideas, please let me know. But it does feel sexy. It feels like very grown up, but like on the beach at the same time.
Yeah. Did Russia colonize anywhere tropical?
I don't think they made it that far.
They were like, no, we like it here.
I think it was a bit tongue in cheek what she said, because there's two different types of vodka in it, and vodka being Russian.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna enjoy drinking it with you while we talk about this very interesting movie.
All right.
So are you ready to get into 50 Shades of Grey?
I am so ready. I'm so ready.
All right. So
and I have so much to say.
Yeah, same. Well, I know last time we recorded for 4 hours and popped out too. People said they loved it. So okay, I'll start out with the first scene. And if you need to get another can, just tell us.
Okay.
All right. So the first scene already, I am thinking it's kind of dumb. Because, dear listener, what happens? We see the heroine,
I think. It's
the female.
Why did they choose that word for that? I don't know.
When it came out of my
mouth, the other thing.
Okay, we see Anastasia. I don't know why I need to say
Anna.
Like
let's just call her Anna.
We see Anna still rushing around her apartment because she is going to do an interview with a famous person because her flatmate just happens to be so sick.
Oh my God.
She can't do it.
Yeah.
And so I guess naturally, if you're a journalist and you can't do an interview.
A school newspaper journalist.
Oh, okay. One of the many unexplained things here.
Yeah.
That you would have your flatmate go do it. And even though the flatmate did seem to not be sick. But okay.
I was
like,
I'm like, you seem fine. You should just do it anyway. You should go. But I mean, in COVID times, it makes sense because it's like, oh, you're feeling slightly unwell. Yeah, be safe. Stay home, you know?
True.
Send your probably contaminated housemate there instead.
True. So Anna drives into downtown Seattle, correct?
Yeah.
Right. To do this. And so she is meant to interview Christian Steele, who has
Christian Grey. So I like how you're progressive that he's gonna take her last name, even though he's the Dom.
Gray. Exactly. All right. And who has an unexplained company that has made him a billionaire at age 26 or so. And so just like we saw in Twilight, he lays his eyes on her and immediately falls into lust / infatuation.
I think it was because she entered his office on her knees.
So that's another note.
She falls through the door onto her knees and he's like, yeah, that looks good. I could do something with that.
With her face in the floor. And because how else are we meant to know, I guess, that she's so plain,
klutzy and plain. Yeah,
because
she needs to fall over because
it made me so mad.
Yeah.
She has to, be at have this opportunity and like go into the room and trip. So that we just know she's just like all of us,
Yeah.
Any normal girl can have this experience.
Mm-hmm. And also, I just want to point out, so she like the as the interview progresses, she like forgot her pen. So he gives her a pencil and she's so innocent and pure that she doesn't realize that like literally sucking on a pencil in front of a man is not like a sexual innuendo at all. She's like, I just do this all the time.
She's a senior in college.
Yeah.
A senior in college in
and
Seattle.
I'm just saying, like, so she's a virgin. That's totally fine. You can lose your virginity any age. Totally cool. There's no way you go through public school systems, and I'm just assuming here, public school systems, and then college, all 4 years, maybe more, like most people, and not realize what dick sucking
right.
is.
Right. Completely. It was just stupid. I mean, as soon as he hands her the pencil, she just immediately
stuck it in her mouth. It's like,
which of course, Christian.
What did your mom do to you as a child?
Well, I guess we're gonna find out that
her immune system must be really strong because she like puts everything in her mouth.
No, I don't remember at what point it was, but at one point she actually had an unsharpened pencil that she put in her mouth.
Like, oh, yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't write. I don't remember what part, but I just thought this. What? For such an expensive movie, they aren't paying attention to get the special details.
The set designer or something. It's just like, give him a ring. Dude, you didn't sharpen the pencil.
How is she gonna write?
They're like, whatever, just film without it. No one will notice.
I noticed. Yeah. All right. So he cancels his other plans, and then they start getting into some semi-personal stuff. Oddly, she asks him if he's gay.
Yeah, because she can read before her brain understands what she's reading. She's like, oh, shit, did I just read that out loud? Oh, no.
But she looked at it before she said it.
Yeah, she's like, are you gay?
Oh, I just have to ask this.
Oh, no.
My friend just happened to have it down. Yeah. It was just so stupid. It just, like, I kind of hated the movie from that point on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember from when I read the book. I feel like she was like, I mean, she was attracted to him, so maybe she was a little curious, and was like, oh, look at this hot guy. And she's like, do it.
Fill him out.
Just see if he's actually even available. But I don't think it was like that.
They had a discussion back at the apartment about the fact that he had never been seen in public with a woman.
Yeah, and that's why big gratifying deal to her later when he took a picture with her.
Photo.
Yeah. It's like literally the bar is so low right now, guys. Yeah.
So they have the interview.
Yeah.
And wait, so what happens between the interview and then they go out? She goes out to a bar. Okay, so he follows her down the street, right?
So
because he then saves her from a bicyclist.
Oh, that was okay. So order of events. Interview. Okay. He grabs the paper out of her notebook, so he sees the series of questions she was supposed to ask him before they got distracted. He emails her roommate with the answers to the questions. Her and the roommate are celebrating that they finished classes and they will be graduating soon. Hence why her schedule is completely open for all of these things.
I know both of them don't seem to have much going on.
Yeah, not much going on. And
one of the reasons she gets drunk is because of something related to him, and like letting him go.
Yeah. Oh shit! Because did I get things in the wrong order?
No. It happens really quickly, but she has him on her mind.
Yes.
Because when they're at the bar celebrating like normal people do,
like humans, she calls him.
Yeah.
Which was actually the funniest part of the movie, and I felt like was the most believable part of the movie.
All right. So I don't fully either remember exactly like this 5 minutes of the film, but for whatever reason, they're now at the bar, and she's in line at the ladies' room, and she makes drinks and calls.
Yeah. So I think they had like met up at the cafe, and for some reason he bitched out. Yeah, the photo shoot.
Right,
okay,
sorry,
photo
listeners.
shoot. They go out for cafe afterwards, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm just so innocent and pure." And he's like, I can't do this. And he's like, oh, I can't see you because I'm gonna like destroy you. Yes. Oh, I'm a romantic. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I can't, I'm gonna destroy you. And then they go out and she's like, what the WTF, man? And he's like, I just can't, you don't understand. And then she like tries to walk into the street in front of a bicyclist.
Okay.
And he saves her. Yeah.
So
showing that he isn't heartless after all.
Oh, right. And he just has all these superpowers in addition to being rich. He's also just so intuitive.
He's got hand-eye coordination.
Okay. So to reward them for the wonderful article, he's going to do a photo shoot for the college newspaper. They go out for coffee after, and then this goes down. Okay.
Which was a manipulation tactic on his part.
Completely. There's nothing about him that's not that douchey. But yeah, then he saves her.
I mean, a lot of what we're going to be talking about are the instances where he does things in order to elicit a certain response from her.
Yeah. Even though she says no like 1,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we're gonna get into it. Don't worry. I've got lots to say about the consent along the way. All right. Yeah. So she's at the bar. She calls him and just says something like, "I don't care about you. I'm drunk."
She's like, "You're like hot and cold, and screw you. You can take your fancy book back.
I just met you yesterday.
I just met you." And then she hangs up, and then he calls her back, and she's like, "Oh, sorry."
But then go ahead.
Yeah, instead of being like, "Oh, you're sorry," he's like, "Stay right where you are. I'm gonna come and pick you up." And she's like, "Oh, fuck."
But she doesn't even know because she's, supposedly so drunk that she doesn't realize that he's on his way. And hello, how does he even know where the hell she is? This is awful. And he's mad at her for going out, even though they don't even know each other. And so he rocks up to the bar. And then, of course, she's getting into some minor
unwanted advances. From her
but she
friend.
Was perfectly in control of it. She was in control of the situation. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, I don't think her friend would have done anything as damaging as Christian Grey was gonna do.
Also, the only minority in the movie is the one who's
of course,
like, getting handsy with her.
Yeah, typical.
All right. So Christian rocks up, and even though he knows where she lives, he takes her to his place.
Oh my god!
And she faints. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're wasted.
It's a convenient plot device. Okay.
She pukes. And still like normal person thing when you've had too much to drink, but the guy's still gonna come, and save you. So she pukes, and then, but it wasn't like she pukes and passed out. She like faints, because he's there, right? Right?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh no." Yeah, which is important. It's an important message that people should listen to what their subconscious is telling them. And I think she was getting danger signals from him the entire time. So much of like what our subconscious is like, hey, this person is dangerous, can feel like butterflies and excitement and new relationship feelings.
Yep. Yeah, I know that better than anyone.
Yeah.
But and also she never gets and this is a theme that kind of carries all the way through. She never really says, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Yes, when we have this episode with her mom at the cafe, she says, "What are you doing here?" But it's never like, whoa, this is wrong. How do you know where I am? You're a creep. It's, clouded in this, he's saving me, and he's rich, and he has his car and helicopters.
I mean, by the time he shows up at her mom's in a different state, he's already shown up in different places where she's like, jumps, but like the mom, that scene is painful to watch because
I know.
He is so clearly uncomfortable, and the mom is just like only focused on how hot her daughter's boyfriend is.
Again, playing the women off to be just silly and looking for the money.
Oh my god. And like, how does her mom not see like the body language, the voice tonality? Like, Emily's, she's clearly not cool with him showing up.
I know, but so we'll get into this though once we get to that part, because I know that families can just be really excited about like the social currency of a child's relationship, and I think that's where the mom was coming from. So, not wanting to jump too far ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
No, no, don't say sorry, but we're gonna get into that. So he takes her to his house. Wrong.
His hotel.
So I did like the eat me, drink me thing, because I think if someone's going to stay the night at your house and you're the host and they've been drinking, that I think that this is a lovely thing. You know, for instance, if I was going to have people over here, I would do, you know, like have water and toast and Tylenol next to their bed. So for me, as a very like person who likes to entertain, I actually made a note. I like the eat me, drink me thing. Okay, sorry.
I liked how he had the bottle of pills next to the pills that were out, so she could like confirm that they weren't like date rape drugs.
Oh, but who knows? Then he chastises her, saying that she put herself at risk.
Yeah, creepy. So this is what the movie doesn't explain, because it comes out more in like the second book, but he has definitely
the second 50 Shades book.
Yeah, there's like I think
I know that there's more. I just can't believe it. Okay, so first of all,
they explain why he is the way he is.
Oh yes, better. They even get into it in this movie. He's so wounded, and so he gets a pass to be like this. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
We're not giving a pass. And one of the things that I wrote down is that like this the series gained a lot of notoriety because it was so kinky, and it was like the BDSM thing, and it was exposing like you know, middle of the road, like people who hadn't really experienced this before, seeing that world. But unfortunately is that they aligned like kink and BDSM with being emotionally abusive, and those things are not the same. Yeah.
Oh, and we're gonna go into it all, and I completely agree. This is not why you would seek out someone to be your submissive at all, because you have these things that you're trying to fix inside yourself. So I just wanted to ask you about this. So he says that she put herself at risk. Yeah. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, did he say if you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit for a week?
Yeah, because he would smack her ass. Give her a spanking. All right, just I was cracking up at this point too. Okay. I watched this with my boyfriend, and I was like, oh my God, I would spank you. And that's so bad and out there, and no one does that.
Okay, so I was correct. She wouldn't be able to sit for a week. Also, not what BDSM is about at all. Gross. Okay, so then there's the later's baby thing, which
that was just
annoyed me the whole time.
It's supposed to be annoying.
I get that, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I didn't like it.
Later's baby.
And also, what was with the brother who just like showed up at these random like 10-second intervals? So then it turns out that the brother is fucking the flatmate, right? Yeah. Because then the flatmate leaves, and the brother says, "Later's baby." Like, and they never explain.
And so this happened in the books. Like, basically, the roommate forms a relationship with the brother, who is actually genetically the son of their parents. Right. Christian was adopted from the bad situation.
Yes.
But the brother is like emotionally well adjusted and all of these things, hence the later's baby. And
so well adjusted.
Hence
the later's baby.
But I didn't even pick up on
normal douchey dude. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
He was just a normal bro. And I didn't pick up on this when I read the book or like watched it last time. It's been out for 7 years, guys. Come on.
You know that we love our 10-year-old.
Yeah, movies. We like our old movies. But okay. So I didn't pick up on this, and actually my boyfriend did. And he was like, I think he
Coach.
got the brother involved as a ploy to distance her from her roommate.
Oh
So
my
her
God.
roommate wouldn't pick up on all of the red flags of how she's not talking about her boyfriend and how she's like strangely distant. She's gone every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Like, and she can't tell me anything. Like, those would all be super red flags for someone who cares about you. And that's one of the markers of abuse, is when you're being distanced from the people in your life. And so,
and in fact, the flatmate even turns around and says at some point, like, call him, you know, like, go for this, because she doesn't, I think, realize how horrible the situation is, because she's up with Later's
because
baby,
she's getting flooded with all the happy hormones by being with Later's babes
and being invited to the family dinners, which we'll get to. All right, so she goes back home, and okay, so this is another gap that I'm having. Where does it get from leaving the house after being kidnapped to the helicopter to getting back to his place?
It's since her clothes were covered in pukey, his very talented driver goes out and
Taylor, right?
Taylor, who I think is the best character in the whole movie. And I love that actor.
I don't know why I remember that, but
yeah,
I do know why I remember it. I'm going to tell you later.
Okay. So Taylor goes out and knows exactly what size of skinny jeans and non-stretch leather jacket she is, and buys her that. And she goes to work in her new outfit, and then he picks her up after work.
Yeah. So immediately, I have to say, and this comes up all throughout it, this transactional expectations that they have. I'm gonna buy you this, and then I'm gonna, like, this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, and I think that stems more from him. And I think it's
completely. But he's making, like, being a generous dude into some sort of, like, manipulative, douchey thing, and which I don't think is a good message to send to guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad message, but the thing is that, like, a lot of these actions, and I think that's why abuse is so hard to pick up on, is because a lot of these actions can be totally innocent. It's what is leveraged out of the actions that makes it abuse.
Which,
you know,
he does,
like,
hold it
the fact that she's allowed to go to work, but she's not allowed to visit her parents. So she has to maintain appearances professionally, but she's not allowed to get emotional support. Like,
for even, like, what does she go for? We'll get into the whole Georgia thing.
The weekend. Like, okay, hello. This was planned before you guys were even gonna be together.
A week ago. Okay. So he takes her back to his place. And this is where we have what I think is one of the most famous quotes from the movie. Also, I have to say, I put in huge letters the fact that he's playing the piano. Twilight, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, the whole
you know how I felt about the... Okay. So it is...
The sister thing comes up too, because like Bella and Alice's relationship with I can't remember the sister's name, but they don't really do that in this movie, but she does start to develop like a closer relationship with his sister, which you, like, in the movie you don't even like
for one scene.
Yeah, she's only in one scene. So
all right, probably because it was boring in Twilight and it wasn't gonna be interesting in this.
But also like in Twilight it wasn't developed that much either. It was kind of like Alice, decided that
side thing.
Like the sister decided that they're now best friends, and that's what makes them best friends, instead of like shared experiences and time together and like all of these things that actually
in Twilight, though, Bella gave up all of her autonomy and choice because she loved Cullen so much, whereas with this, like, Christian kind of just decides that Anna is just gonna do all this, and Anna just is supposed to be so naive that she doesn't even know that she has a choice. But this isn't okay. So my point is, so they get back to his place, and they're sitting down at the table, and Anna asks, "Are you gonna make love to me now?" Is it okay? So first of all, this is where the contract comes up for the first time. The non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, the NDA.
Right. Okay. Which, first of all, just rolling my eyes, like this is just dumb. Like this is the fantasy, to have a like a rich.
I mean, I guess if you're dating someone who is famous, it makes sense that there is an NDA.
So she signs the non-disclosure agreement, and then she says what no one would probably ever say. Are you going to make love to me now?
Love to me now.
Okay, and what does he say?
I don't make love.
I fuck hard.
And she's like, yeah, that sounds like a good time.
It's just so, like, who says any of this? Also, like, he's meant to be into her, and he can't just give her like 5 seconds of like, maybe, darling,
Yeah, like,
I'd love to make love to you. He is
very clear, like from the get-go, and I wanted to say that's one of the positive things. He's very honest about himself. He makes no attempt to hide it. Even when he like came to her job the first time his stalker showed up,
saying that he wants a rope.
He's like, let me like buy all of these very scary things at your hardware store.
But from the point of actually what is kink and what is BDSM, you don't, as a dom or a sub, like meet someone and say, I'm going to now convince you to do this because this is what I want. Like you would meet someone who is into being submissive, and the two of you would develop a relationship. You don't go and, try and convince someone to do it to gratify your, fucked up childhood trauma issues.
Yeah.
So then he just decides on the second day knowing her to take her to the playroom.
Yay! Fun! Which was a very cliched, badly directed scene. I feel like
the direction.
They're like a slow pan with the intense music of all this equipment,
and her face, just like shocked and amazed, and you can't really tell what she's
like
thinking.
Walking into Disneyland for the first time. After living under a rock.
You know what? You're not wrong. I'm thinking, oh my God, this just came to me. But are you a fan of the original Willy Wonka?
Oh no.
Oh no, is right.
I haven't seen the original.
It's like, what?
No.
Oh my God.
I read the book.
The original Willy Wonka is one of the best movies. Oh my God. The first time I did mushrooms, I watched Willy Wonka. Anyways, so there is this beautiful scene where they actually go into the Candyland, and all of the kids, so what is now known because of, research. So all of the kids that were brought into the Candyland actually in real life saw it for the first time.
Oh, that's cool.
So that they could actually record the kids' reactions in real time. Yes, exactly, like that, which is also kind of like what Anastasia did, just kind of generally amazed and overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And also she just met him, and he's bringing her into, so he's got whips and handcuffs and all sorts of apparatus and
like 6 different lengths of sticks and like different textures of whips and things. It's like way more than you would ever need.
Even for anyone who was into this lifestyle. I don't know. I'm not going to make a judgment on how big the playroom was. But what I am going to make a judgment on is that he hasn't gotten to know her. He has no idea what she's into sexually.
Yeah.
And that
we'll see you later. Is no idea.
All right. So then they go back out, and he then tells her that in the last 24 hours that they've known each other, he's already decided that he wants to be her dominant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she, like, her mind is just completely blown. She's also overwhelmed by the helicopter rides, the presents, this, that, the other. She's she's infatuated with him.
Yeah, she's definitely infatuating with him. And I kind of said love bombing, but it's not really even love bombing.
Because he doesn't like talk about her
and fancy thing bombing.
Yeah,
it wasn't really like he wasn't saying anything about like how special and great she is.
Exactly. With love, I mean, what I'm not saying that love bombing is any better than just like seducing someone with your money, but he never says any reason why he actually wants to be with her. Just that he just does.
Yeah, because she looks terrified all the time, and that turns him on, I think.
Oh my God. But as if he's never met, well, he has met women before like that. We're going to get into that later. And he tells her, so I want you to be my submissive. And if you do this to me, I'll be devoted to you. And then he says, this is also about your sexual pleasure. And you have the opportunity to tell me anything that you haven't liked about your past sex experiences, anything that you have liked. I'm going to create like this custom submissive experience for you, right? And what does Anastasia do?
She's like, I'm a virgin, but not like that.
She's like a deer in headlights. She
like,
looks
oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Okay, she's a senior in college.
Yeah. And it's not embarrassing. You can wait. Like, that's fine.
You can wait as long as you want.
It's just she seemed very embarrassed in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, let's just say, because we didn't explicitly say that, it comes out that Anastasia is a virgin. What do you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, his response is what I think is so funny in a sad way.
Okay.
Like the cliche would be like, oh my God, you're a virgin.
Let's talk about this.
Let's, or at least talk
what
about
does this mean to you? Why have you stayed a virgin?
Yeah, I mean, he's like,
what does this mean to you?
He's like, I mean, lots of guys have loved you, right? And she's like, no one I wanted to do it with. So again, it's the ball is in the man's court, and it's not actually up to her. And she's like, hey, it's because I said no to them. And he's like, what a foreign concept. Let me fix this and take your virginity. But I'm a kind of nice guy, so I'm not gonna whip you while I do it. I'm gonna do like regular vanilla sex. Playroom? Yeah. I know.
And so he takes her hand and she says, where are you taking me? And what does he say? Do you remember?
To fix this situation.
To rectify the situation.
Rectify the situation. God. Yeah. He didn't like ask her.
What does your virginity mean to you?
Yeah. I mean, there were lots of clues that she would be down. She did open the whole conversation asking if he was going to make love to her. So like,
you know what? I wondered about that. So she meets this guy, which I mean, is perfectly fine. And she asks if you're going to make love. And then, like 15 minutes later, they're talking about it. And then she has this ashamed moment about sex where she is a virgin. Like, Anna, you're all over the place.
And I think it's because what we're seeing here is that they're saying that being a virgin means you're going to fall for the fairy tale and you're going to think that sex is making love, and expect these things.
But also that you're the common girl at the school who's a lit major, which very offensive to Claire and I. We're worldly women.
Yeah,
right.
Come
also
on, man.
Both lit major. Okay, so you're the girl next door. You're the plain Jane, and you're gonna find a man to rescue you, who's gonna do everything for you. You're not gonna have to talk. You're not gonna have to have boundaries. You're not gonna have to have any of this. He's just gonna sweep you off your feet, and take care of everything.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Is that why they made such a big deal about her falling into the room, I suppose? Also, so he goes and he's gonna have sex with her. They have sex, excuse me. They make love.
Oh, it's yeah, I mean, it was vanilla sex, I guess.
Did they have him though putting on a condom?
They did later. I mean, I'm sure they did at that scene. I can't remember it, but it stood out more to me later when it was like in the playroom.
Yeah, I remember that one as well.
He like rips it with his teeth.
Which, I mean, I guess you would do. But I guess one thing that the movie did right.
I just want to point out how the super rich guy uses store-bought condoms. He doesn't have like some
oh, really?
Like VIP condom line that's only like
gold, Magnum
$50 a pop, $50 just store-bought Trojans.
Kroger.
50 pack. Woo! More bang for your buck.
Okay, so you do get it at the store, but so you thought maybe he'd have custom made.
I thought he'd have some like, like some like black foil with no like like no, I don't know.
Well, so okay, you listeners, what condoms do rich guys? I don't know. I've gone out with a few rich guys. They wear Trojans and Magnums. They're just like you and I.
Yeah, I too wear
a Trojans. Love that stood out to you.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Or a Magnum.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they have sex. And you know what? I have to say, it wasn't really that hot.
No.
I mean, maybe I
Bridgerton was hotter, honestly, than any of the sex in this movie.
Like 10-fold. Bridgerton was a hotter sex
and they
virginity
scene. Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, especially because the Duke tells the Duchess to masturbate ahead of time. So
yeah, there was none of that in this movie.
No, there was not.
No, he wasn't like, let's figure out what you like. He was like, let's figure out how close we can get to what I like.
I know. All right, we'll talk about Bridgerton another time.
Yeah.
In fact, when is the new season coming out?
Because I don't know. They're starting filming soon.
Oh, okay. So
May
we've got some
right
time.
Now, so
all right. Yeah. We have to do an
But I have bad news.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. He's
Go
gone.
for it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm sorry, Bridgerton producers. There's not gonna be the Duke. There's not gonna be a Janice
what's his name? Jean-Pierre.
I don't know. Another perfect male specimen.
I
don't know what they're gonna do with that show, but I'm not that excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
anyways,
we wake up the next morning. We love you, Duke from Bridgerton.
Yeah.
We wake up the next morning and she's in the kitchen wearing his shirt, happy as can be, shaking her booty, making him pancakes.
Not sore.
So happy.
Yeah. They did it in his bed, and that was so special.
Right. And I really want to talk about this doing it in the bed thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sleeping in the same bed afterwards.
I'm sorry, women. And he makes such a big thing about this later on. I've never slept in a bed with a woman before. I'm so comfortable. This is not a compliment. Okay.
No.
He just fucked you and he's tired and he fell asleep next to you.
Yeah, that is historically what has been known to happen across the male species.
Right. This is not your special.
Normally, he stumbles down the hallway from his playroom to go to sleep, but yeah.
This should not be considered.
It's another thing of kind of like manipulation, and this you can see it in regular relationships too, where it's like, oh, I've never done this before. I've never shown anyone this place. Like, yeah, I'm sure you fucking have. I'm sure you take, that new song Deja Vu. If you haven't heard it, it's by the one, the driver's license girl.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, she released another song, and she's like, everything you do with her, you started with me.
Well, and that's perfectly fine, and
which is fine.
What adults do.
It's when you start leveraging those things as trying to tell someone that they're special. It's like,
yes, because he says he's shown even the fucking bedroom that is meant to be just her bedroom.
Yeah.
15 women.
15 other women.
Which, I mean, I don't really think it's that huge of a number. But then he's saying, so But you're different from all of these other women because I slept next to you after fucking you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I, because my boyfriend was like the same thing. He's like, 15 isn't like that many. And I'm like, no. 15 isn't a lot of women to date. 15 women who have stayed in your house as your sex slave. Right. That's a big number.
And they never talk about that either.
Yeah.
Like what was the situation with these 15 women, which that would have been like a couple women a year. Yeah. Based on his own timeline of how this has transpired for him. So what happened? Like how did they come in and out of his life?
Well, and also, book 2 goes into one of those women from his past who's been destroyed emotionally from the
I watched
experience.
The trailer.
Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah.
But the thing is, so after I finished watching the movie last night, I thought, would it be valuable for this episode for me to watch the next movie? And I was going to text you and I decided not to because I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
And I mean, was like, I can't get through this movie. So I just want to talk about the first one. There's no way I'm watching
the second one. Yeah. No. Not necessary.
All right.
But basically they're not all like signing up for this awesome like situation as he's selling it to Anastasia, basically. Is the point from the second one that it does destroy people and they're not all understanding exactly what they're getting into. So he's done what he's doing to Anastasia to someone else. At least
and
this
it's
girl.
All justified because he has this wounded childhood trauma.
Yeah,
which because a lot of us
he has mommy issues and he's trying to control mother figures.
It is never okay to be a fucking abusive grown-up because you have stuff in your past. All right.
Exactly. But,
okay. So they slept next to each other and this is not that great. Like this is not that special. The bar should be much higher than the fact that someone sleeps next to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, anyone can fuck and pass out. Okay. The thing with Christian is that every step of the way, it's poor me. I'm a douche because this thing happened to me in my childhood. And, as someone who has childhood stuff, like everyone does. Okay. Yeah, and also I am a DV survivor. And this was the number one excuse that my abuser gave for what he did was because of this thing that happened to him.
And it doesn't matter. Like
it's not an excuse. Have shit. You're a grown up now. So it's now a choice of how you're going to move forward with what happened to you. Especially, I mean, Christian's meant to be 28.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a business owner, he had every opportunity. Like, you're not going to take Anna and try and resolve your trauma.
If you are finding that you have abusive tendencies because of things that have happened in your past, maybe don't date people while you figure that shit out. You can be like, I can't avoid hitting you. It's so weird.
I know.
Maybe don't get a girlfriend until you can figure that out.
Or have
you can
make a choice, but maybe not make her your submissive.
Yeah.
No, that made me really angry. And but we're actually jumping a little bit ahead because he's going to reveal all of this stuff to her.
Yeah.
But first, I just have to say his mom randomly shows up.
And get this, she's a psychologist.
Was that revealed in the film?
I think it was in the book. She's like a
because there is a scene later on, much later on, after they've started dating. Okay, so I'll skip this later. But there's a scene after they started dating and she's staying at the place and he asks her, "How was Dr. Gray?" And she said that Dr. Gray said that they can't have sex for 6 months because of the birth control. And then he just goes, "What?" And she goes, "Just kidding." And they never explain anything.
It's Dr. Flynn.
Then I completely misheard because
It could have just said Gray and left it in.
Be just as weird as all of this other stuff. So we have the weird mom scene. And again, he is putting the bar so low. She's never seen me with a woman. And the mom is so excited. I'm thrilled to meet you. And it's just like, these are such minor things. This is nothing that should be happening within a few days of meeting each other. It's stupid. It's manipulative. It's not real.
Yeah.
So, and then Claire, you are going to love this. Because guess what? Yeah.
What?
So I know that you really love symbolism and that we're both lit majors. So she goes into her what's meant to be the special bedroom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And did anything stand out to you about her bedroom?
Oh, there were birds on the wall. It's like the caged bird.
Yes, symbolism. There was a huge caged bird in the middle of the wallpaper.
Yep.
And that's obviously no mistake.
Yeah. And take it another step further, because he said you can decorate it however you want. So whoever decorated that room last put a caged bird on the wall.
God.
Yeah. Cry for help, maybe.
Is there gonna be what was her name? Jane was here,
Yeah, probably. Oh my God. Have you read the yellow wallpaper?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So good. I love that.
And maybe we can start doing episodes that are like semi happy hour, but we like talk about nerdy stuff. All right. So she asks about she asks and he says 15 women. So many fucking questions right there. And they just gloss over it. Mm-hmm. Like I said. So
if the playroom is closed,
special. 15 women in
15 women. Yeah.
Which is, like I said, sexually, that is actually completely normal, if not under what someone maybe this age would do. But as far as contracts and sub-dom relationships, and you've got to explain this. Why did women want to stop being your sub? Like, where are these women now?
How did they end? Would you describe any of them as crazy?
Yes, men and women, if your ex ever says that. But no, she just kind of says, whoa, that's a lot of women. Duh. And then she says she wants to go home. And then, so that would kind of be a normal response. And he looks at her like she's a complete idiot. Like the problems with her. Oh, you want to go home? What?
Why?
You're
not turned on by my past dalliances?
And again, this is sending the message that you don't need to talk about anything.
Yeah, why would you bring it up?
And it's on you that you're uncomfortable. So then he takes her home, and then we get to the forest. Again, I guess this is a shout out to Twilight that they go into the forest to have this weird conversation about that he was raped.
My God, they're like it's so funny because that at this scene in the movie, my wonderful, amazing boyfriend was like, what is this? Weird. 50 Shades of Murder?
Right.
Oh, you said no? Let me take you to the forest to kill you.
Yeah. Let's take a walk.
Oh my
Why the hell are you even pulling over? Let's take a walk.
What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, but she didn't get murdered. Thank God.
Instead, he says, this makes me so angry to even talk about. Okay. So the reason why he's so into this is that he was seduced by his mom's fucking friend when he was 15.
15. Mrs. Robinson.
The hell? Not even. I mean, wasn't the guy from what was it? Not The Bachelor. What was the movie with Mrs. Robertson?
The freshman. Know.
The Bachelor.
We have this new story idea on The Bachelor.
Okay, even the guy in The Freshman was over age. I am pretty sure he was in college. He was a freshman.
I mean, they would have had to have made it over age.
But still, he just he got seduced by an older woman, but he was in college. We're talking about 15 years old. And he says, I know this is intimidating. It was for me at first. And I really wanted to throw my laptop at the wall. So he's comparing Anna to a 15-year-old. right?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Oh, because I mean, she's so innocent and pure. She might as well be 15,
right?
Sexually, like
I
inexperience
get it, babe.
wise.
Like that's how I felt.
Yeah, you totally went through like trauma too, because your mom remarried a few times. No,
and you've never had sex before, and so you're just as innocent as I was when I was 15 and got raped by my mom's friend.
Yeah,
and also like what is he saying about himself? No, and she doesn't say shit. Oh, and which also made me mad because this comes up later. She's just like, "Oh my god." Like,
I mean, to be fair, sometimes I don't know what to say when.
But she didn't even seem shocked. She didn't. She just said, "Oh shit!" Like that's kind of crazy. Oh my god,
you're opening
How
up
interesting!
To me. I feel so special. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot, like we're making fun of this stuff, but I think it's like
we're
you can be romantic
because they played it off so casually in the film. But this is just a normal thing, and these are all these double standards about, if it's like not okay for, or it's okay for older women to do this to boys, and it's not. And he's just like, this is just part of how I grew up.
Yeah, I mean, in the book, like it's definitely, I mean, you're in her thoughts more, and she's like, that's super fucked up. I don't like that. Like, how could that happen? She's like, and your mom doesn't know. Like, oh my god, like. Yeah, so there's
film,
more
which was shown
in the film
to billions of people. She just says, "Oh wow, like how interesting," and and then he tells her, "I've never slept next to anyone ever." He goes, "Ever." All right, stupid.
So he did it on the first night with seriously, her.
Right after only knowing her for 3 days.
And I think the reason he likes her is because she doesn't talk. And she doesn't have opinions or stand up. Well, she does sometimes, but she's easily overwritten.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Again, without conversations.
Yeah, it's almost like better than someone who doesn't talk at all, because you get to have lots of small victories and feel like you really truly do have lots of power over someone because they're putting up a fight and it doesn't mean anything.
It's called grooming. It's called grooming.
Okay.
And so she gets home and he's bought her a computer, more like transactional pressuring. And she somehow decides, even though she's totally infatuated with him, that she's going to send him the email, "Nice knowing you," or something.
Yeah. I think she thought it was a joke.
But oh yeah, that's how they portray it in the film. And like she's like there with a smile on her face, like, "I'm nice being knowing sexy you," and
sarcasm.
I'm teasing you.
Yeah. But that's not okay. Because he'll show up, right?
Well, no, I mean,
in your house when you're not expecting it.
All right, so 2 things. First of all, it's sending the message that consent and communication and all of this, like, it's all a big game. It doesn't mean anything. Your words, don't mean shit, and it's not really your choice. Because what happens? She's doing laundry and
he just shows up in her room. Yeah.
Was
like, how? First of all.
And you gotta look at this.
Maybe Taylor knows how to pick locks too.
See that down there? But I said, what the fuck is he doing in her house?
Yeah.
I'm sure we're not the only ones who have
boundaries.
It's not even boundaries. It's legality. It's just like we are well into the 2000s at this point. This is nothing that you should be glorifying on the big screen. It makes me so angry because, especially as a survivor, like no.
Yeah, and you're not safe anywhere. Yeah, she totally like
and then fucks him, and then they have sex.
Yeah, totally. Just like,
and sorry. Again,
I was being sarcastic.
I was just being sarcastic. No. But then he ties her up.
Yeah.
Oh, and I did like this though. Okay, first of all,
the ice cube action.
Well, okay, so why don't you talk about that?
Oh no, that was all I had to say about it.
All right. So in my research in my cocktail, in my 50 Shades cocktail research, I did come across a couple cocktails that involved like well presented ice cubes. And because I hadn't watched the film at that point, I just kind of guessed, like lots of people use ice cubes for kinky stuff.
Yeah.
But then I have to say it was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, that like a lot of the sex scenes were underwhelming.
That's kind of the theme. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just
I'm like, maybe what was it like 7 years ago? Did they not show stuff like this 7 years ago? Because I know things have opened up a little bit.
Deep Throat was that in like 1977, or like there has been way sexier, like explicit shit.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
What would be the most like the sexiest R-rated film you've ever seen?
I don't even know.
I know I'm being put on the spot when I've been drinking.
American Pie. Remember that always was like, oh, it's so sexy.
Of course.
I can't even remember what was so sexy in it, but
I don't know why you brought that movie up.
I don't know.
The clarinet or the flute or whatever. Okay, so
this one time at band camp.
Is that's sexier than fucking 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the reasons why I chose to have mango and vodka, and why I associate it with being a sexy drink is because as I met. Stop it. All right. No, I like you listening to me with the little kid. All right. So
tell me a story.
All right. So when I got divorced, I got really into the L word, which I think is 10 times as sexy or 10 times sexier than 50 Shades of Grey. Just as a whole, that movie is nonstop hotness. And in one of the first episodes, they have a scene where one of the main Bet goes to visit an art dealer. And anyways, the art dealer tells her she's into mango and vodka juice. And it just stuck in my mind. That was when I tried it for the first time. Anyways, so my point being, a show or a media that is sexier than 50 Shades of Grey would be the L Word, the first season. Yeah. It's just generally hotter. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but one
Lucifer,
thing
that's like a recent TV show. That's
okay. And Bridgerton, as we know.
Bridgerton, obviously.
You know this movie. I think it's called Newness or New. I think it's called Newness. And this is about a couple that experiments with polyamory.
Oh. Yeah.
So there's lots of stuff that's hotter. Yeah, it's called Newness. It was pretty sexy, but lots of stuff is hotter than this movie because
totally. Like, oh God, what was that one? Oh no, I have to remember it now.
But you have to give me more than that for me to help you.
It's one of those big movies with lots of cast. It came out before Valentine's Day. I think it was Christmas themed though. It was Christmas themed.
Oh, Love Actually.
Love Actually.
You think Love Actually is sexier than 50?
Yeah, there was one scene. My parents covered the TV when I was watching it when I was in middle school. They were porn stars in like one of the subplots. They were porn stars who decided to date after they did a set together or something.
We have to put this on the agenda for December. I haven't watched that movie in years.
Yeah.
We could rip it to shreds. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to this monstrosity. Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up though. That would be hilarious for us to do. All right. So the one good thing that I think about Christian, well, first of all, he puts on a condom.
But he's
don't
honest about himself.
They don't portray condom usage in movies.
Yeah, ever. Good for them making it sexy. I mean, that was the idea I think behind it.
Props.
I mean, it was like the ripping the condom was actually probably one of the sexier things he did.
And most realistic as well, probably.
Yeah.
And then he has her hands tied. And then I thought this was quite sexy that he pulls her shirt up and uses the shirt as a blindfold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cute.
Approve.
Yeah, definitely. That's hot. But then I'm just wondering, how does he just like flip her over with her hands tied?
Yeah.
All right.
How there was like some allowance made in the tightness of the I don't know. She's like
oh my god, so many double entendres. Okay.
It's like the doctor also does like chiropractics to pop her shoulders back into place.
I mean, I'm sorry. Having been tied a couple times in my life, you're going one way with that.
Those are some loose ropes. Oh, she was tied like this. I remember because it stood out. She was tied from one point, both hands.
Yeah, but
so it just
she's gonna go the other way.
So she just.
I'm so glad you have a swivel chair. Okay, so Christian says to Anna, "What are you doing to me?" Okay, which I have to say, very sexy line.
Yeah.
Something that I have heard a dozen times.
Yeah, so, it's a little overused.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that it's not a nice thing to say, but men and women, and like if someone says this to you, just realize that it is a line. Okay,
it's a line.
It's lovely. It's a very nice thing to say to someone, but just doesn't mean that you need to sign your life away.
Yeah,
and she asks for time because there's this contract looming through the whole film, which I just don't even know why they had to go there because it was just stupid and annoying. But she said that he keeps on saying, even though now he's fucked her like several times without the contract, without her giving consent to all of these things, and he asks, when is she going to sign it? She says she wants time. This is not how BDSM relationships work, I assure you. No. And she says she wants time, and he gets pissed off and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I want time, and you
punishes
can almost see the wheels turning in his head. He's like, I'll punish her by leaving.
Because he knows that she likes the company, she likes the sex. And but all right, so then they get to the contract, and she's going to sit down with him in his office to talk about it.
Yeah.
How weird was this scene to you?
It was weird. But it was also like, it was like a porno setup, you know? It was like,
yeah,
we're discussing a contract in your office. In terrible lighting.
I know, it was like black and red lights.
Yeah, it's a great lighting for a movie, terrible for a negotiation.
Okay, she's meant to be in his office. What is with the lighting? And then when his office staff brings in the wine, and he goes, and then he says they've done this many times, which she should know.
And she's like, she's not. I thought I was being so cool having you in your office and not in, because he was like, I'll come pick you up after work. And she was like, no, this is a business negotiation. Let's go to your office. And she thought it was a power play, but you just pointed out, no,
Anna. All right. So one thing that stood out to me about the contract that I just really want to point out is on the list of things that is allowed.
Breathe.
Oh my god. All right, so I actually noticed this on the list. It says fellatio. Like, no one's really gonna say no to that. And then the next thing underneath fellatio is fisting.
Yeah, what they say. Remember in the negotiations, she's like,
"There's no anal
fisting." And then a few seconds later, he's like, okay, strike out anal fisting. That's my favorite type of fisting, but fine. And then she's like, while we're on the subject, no vaginal fisting either. Which I thought was actually the best writing of the whole movie.
Why?
Because it was just funny. It was just funny. They could have been like, no fisting
whatsoever. Not in my mouth.
No.
Not in my butt. Not in my
do
vag.
People do mouth fisting?
Well, he's gonna put like gags on her. Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's
Mouth
an
fisting.
impressive feat because your jaw kind of stops that. Is it just punching or is it mouth fisting?
I'm okay. We're not gonna go there.
All right.
Like as we're recording.
Jesse, we need to know.
Yeah, Jesse. Oh, we'll have to do another BDSM episode.
Yeah,
Jesse. All right, but then I have to say, the one sexy thing in this entire film was when they start the dirty talk in the office. I thought it wasn't too bad. It was actually it was kind of hot. He's like, I'm going to bend you over. And, she says, over this table. And he says, yeah. I mean, that was quite titillating.
Yeah. Good for them. Putting some dirty talk in there. Because, like, some people are even, like, scared to even dirty talk. And they don't know how to do it.
And this is really how to do it. Like, tell me what you want. And then repeating it.
Show it. Don't tell it.
Yeah.
But, like, with your words.
With your words. Totally. And then of course she turns him down. Oh, she's such a tease. What do you know? And then I have to do you have anything to say about The Office? Scene? Not the show, the scene.
No, I mean just like he was like, yeah, and then at 6 p.m. put the mood lighting on in the office.
No office looks like this, people.
Yeah.
Red and black lighting and people bringing you wine. Oh, because he's such a billionaire. Like he can do whatever. And this is what every woman should want.
That was his after hours staff. And
it was the middle of the day. Wasn't it?
I thought it was like after work. But I mean,
it was
when
happy
you own
hour.
Your own company, there's no after work. Yeah, but yeah, in the book, she was very intimidated and threatened by all the hot women who worked with him. Oh, because the hiring decisions were seeming to trend towards attractive, blonde, tall, leggy women.
So is she thinking that his office staff is having sex with him?
It occurred, I think. She was just like,
I mean, it's probably true.
You're here and they're there.
Oh, but she's brunette and mousy.
Yeah, I'm not really your type. I wouldn't fit in.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. All right. Well, I don't really have much to say about that, but that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, but she's like meant to overcome the intimidation of the sexy office staff to realize that she's really the special one.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I'm not sure. So the next scene, and we'll eventually wrap this up. The next scene, she's graduating?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Because there was like a whole week of no classes.
Did they ever say? Okay, so I remember at the very beginning, her mom said she couldn't come to graduation, but there was no other discussion. All of a sudden, okay, I've graduated more than once from higher education. It is like a thing. There was no talk about it. Just the next scene is all of a sudden they're in cabin.
Yeah, because remember they were taking his picture and interviewing him because he was the speaker at the graduation that was coming up.
Oh my God. Yeah. My exact next. Okay, maybe I was not in the best place when I watched the first half of this movie, or maybe even the second half, because my next note is, oh my God, Christian Grey is a speaker. This is so stupid.
That was like the whole. That was why she was interviewing him in the first place.
Stupid.
I mean, it is still stupid.
Nobody is a 28-year-old. Okay, this makes me so mad. Having gone through a master's. Okay, no one is a 28-year-old speaker at a fucking college graduation. And they never even say what he does. I don't know why I'm so
they introduced him as like the telecommunications company, self-made. I mean, his parents were super rich, so. But whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
It is dumb. It is dumb. But for whatever reason, he accepted that role. And here's an interesting thing when she gets a little bit of like, hey, what the fuck, is that, you know, she's feeling special because he's sharing things that he hasn't shared with anyone else. He's sleeping by her. He hasn't done that to anyone else. Meanwhile,
Supposedly.
he doesn't even tell her. Like, she asks about his philanthropic endeavors.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's like,
I feed homeless, or I feed the hungry because I was hungry.
Yeah. Well, he didn't say that to her in the conversation. He said that on stage in front of a bunch of strangers. And she's like, maybe he doesn't tell me everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have one of those moments, like, that's
right. And then what did she do? I'm going to take him to the party. I'm going to introduce him to my freaking dad. It's just sending such a bad message. You know, if a guy wines and dines you, then you should just throw everything else out the window and like give in to him, because he's presenting you with such this amazing opportunity.
Yeah. And he introduces her as his girlfriend to the photographer. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God.
Yep.
Like, and Google doesn't lie. There are no other photos of women. Like,
again, how low can you set the bar? That he's never allowed a photographer. He's, you know, supposedly famous. He's never allowed a photographer to take a picture with a woman. But
when she made a list of things, she's like, you know, my future boyfriend, I would feel so emotionally supported if he took pictures with me. Like,
is this a part of the book?
No. I'm just saying that's not something that people like
he's
need.
Being possessive. He's being possessive. Oh my God.
And that's not even an emotionally supportive thing. Like, that's not something that a relationship is built on.
But to him, being a public figure, he's putting, you know, he's what do you call it? He's making his mark, or he's setting his territory by doing it. So it's much more about him. There is no such thing as boundaries for these two people, because even though they've only known each other for a few days, he's just happens to be at her college graduation. Okay, I understand. You said he was always the intended speaker. But then he is having conversations with her father, which, I'm sorry, this is like many talks that you'd have with your partner about when you're going to do family member stuff.
Yeah.
They take photos together. He puts her in a photo that he knows is going to be in the paper. And then suddenly she's just swept off her feet because he shows up at the graduation party. And so instead of going and hanging out with her dad, she goes to his house, or is it hers, to have sex? Because it seems quite fancy, but it's not his house, but it was not hers. I mean, maybe she moved or whatever.
I think she moved. During this time.
When did she have time to move?
Yeah. That was during the texting montage when she sent him the nice knowing you text.
Okay, that she's now moved to a nice place.
In Seattle.
They were all nice. Okay. Yeah. So then more transactional stuff. And then they actually end up having beautiful sex, right? And I think there's even a little bit of bondage involved, right? Like, it's
honestly can't even remember.
It was totally fine, but I have a feeling that it was not missionary style sex that they had.
Was it like doggy or something? Or... yeah, he like flips her over.
Yes, he does her doggy style.
Groundbreaking doggy style.
Well, it's not quite doggy style.
Oh, it's like down, like
it's from behind. It's from behind. So I think doggy style is when you're both on the bed, you know. And then this is more like she's bent over and he's standing.
Oh,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know
what
if you
is
consider
that?
I just from behind. Okay, we'll have to have
but that might mean something else too.
What?
Yeah, like
he's doing
like,
her from
in the
in the
like,
butt. No, it wasn't in the butt. But I don't think. I think that was one of the things. I feel like
we would know if it was.
If a virgin was being done in the butt. Yes, I think that would be
the girl who's like, what's a butt plug?
Oh my God.
Casual
anal. So can we just talk about that? I cannot believe that we didn't mention this. Okay.
First of all,
butt
it's
plug.
Pretty self-explanatory. Like, it's not like like, this is a shalamugalug. Like, oh, what's that? Like, no.
What's a butt plug?
Where does it go? In the butt. What does it do? It plugs it.
I'm going to college in downtown Seattle, and I have no idea. Oh, and then also, doesn't he say vaginal clips?
Ew. Ow. I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Know,
I know. I mean, I've been around some of this stuff. Vaginal clips? No. This is not just. Okay, you got butt plugs, and then
she just did a quick Google search and put the scariest sounding things on the contract when she was writing the book.
Yeah, because no. All right, so they have sex, and
from behind,
whether or not you consider that to be missionary, I don't personally. I'm not sure what you call that, but they have sex from behind.
Bent over sex. There has to be a name. Tell us what the name is. We need to know.
I mean, we could perform a number of Google searches to figure that out. I don't know if I'm up for it. Exactly.
I just like my computer and
well, maybe okay, so what would we name it? It would be something like perhaps
giraffe sex. It'd be giraffe style. Because doggy style, you're on your knees bent over. Giraffe style, you're standing, so you're quite a bit taller than when you're a dog.
Giraffe style. Do me giraffe style.
All right. I don't know. What would you call it?
But I think we could call it the secretary because they're over a desk.
Over a desk. Oh, yeah, that's way sexier than
do me secretary style.
Mine is like, I just got out of kindergarten.
Do me draft style. I'd rather be done. Yeah, do me secretary. Do the secretary.
Secretary is much sexier.
I think that's what they do, and it's a experience for her. And then he bounces.
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember this, Claire?
Yeah. He's like, I have to work.
I have work stuff. All of the
one time he works.
Yeah, exactly. The one time he has a work thing is when it's her college graduation and he's just fucked her secretary style. All right. Yeah. So one thing I really wanted to point out, because I think that this movie is meant to portray the BDSM lifestyle, and it is not a good representation of that.
Yeah.
And anyone listening who thinks that people who are into this are kinky and crazy, there is a very big thing of this culture, and that is called aftercare. And that means that when you have a sexual experience with someone and it pushes their boundaries, that you touch in with them about what they need afterward. You do not just bail on them the way that he does. This is a horrible representation about this lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just Googled whether the author actually had experience in BDSM, and the BDSM community is like, this is bad. We don't like how this is represented. You would never do that. Yeah. I'm just scanning through
completely alone.
Yeah.
This is not good sex stuff, and it's definitely not good kink stuff. And this is nothing and especially the fact that he's trying to get her into this contract. If he was to get her into a contract, he would take time to check in with her afterwards.
Yeah. And also
I have a work thing that I never told you about.
Yeah.
And she's a virgin.
Yeah. And also It is. And, that's the whole thing with contracts is they usually contain a little section that says, hey, I wasn't pressured into signing this. She's totally getting pressured into signing it.
Yep. He's saying
Yeah.
he's going to take all of this stuff away from her,
Yeah.
including, I think that this is part of this scene that he leaves and he mentions something about the fact that she hasn't still signed, right?
Yeah. He's like, well, I can't stay because you haven't signed. And what that is forming a trauma bond where sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. And that literally does crazy things to our brains and makes it addictive because you're chasing that high of when things are good. And the high of when things are good seems so much better than it actually is because you have it contrasted with these terrible, terrible moments.
Like being left alone on your floor after being fucked for like the third time in your life by someone you're supposed to trust. It's really gross.
It's really bad.
And she would, she'd be completely within her human rights to walk away from it when someone makes you feel this sad and alone, even if he was the first guy to fuck you.
Yeah.
But, supposedly he's so rich and gorgeous that she's not able to walk away.
Yeah.
Weird. And also that all along, she's just saying, I want to take things one step at a time. I'm not ready for this. I've never done this before. I have no idea what you're talking about as far as contracts and being your sex slave goes. Can you just like chill out for a week? He is not letting her take it at her own pace at all.
Nope.
Not cool. All right. So where do we get to the point that he is tying her hair in a braid and she's back at his place and he's going to tell her this is the thing. So he's going to tell her part of the sob story about the fact that his mom was, this also made me mad. His mom was an alcoholic and a prostitute. We just have to throw these, cliche tropes on this horrible mom.
Yeah.
She's a prostitute. He doesn't say anything about the way that he was cared for, just that she was a prostitute.
Yeah. In the book,
she had kids. Maybe she was trying to provide.
In the book, they spell it out. And it's quite a bit worse than she was an alcoholic and a prostitute.
But the fact that they're using I don't even know if we can put this on. Like the fact that they're using like the foster care system and like actual things that happen to kids to create some type of fetish situation where he has to do this to women he loves.
Yeah.
It's bothers me. It really bothers me.
It's so
I mean, I'm not really a foster child, but my family fostered people. And this is real stuff that happens to kids.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that you're going to turn into a monster.
This is not any type of romantic situation that you can turn around and use.
Yeah.
And also he tells her while she's asleep.
Yeah, of course.
So
I
don't even know. I actually wasn't sure how to even process that. Like he's trusting her, but not really because she's so passive that she's sleeping.
It's, I don't know. I honestly, I think that scene was like a plot device so that she could reveal what had happened to him without revealing it to Anastasia.
So that she couldn't even have the choice to walk away after hearing it because she didn't actually hear it, but he's opening up to her, but not really.
Yeah. So I'll cut out like the explanation of what was in the book.
You're very good at that. You're very good at that. But really, I mean, I have 5, like my youngest brother is from the foster system, and this really bothered me that they decided to throw this in there.
Yeah. No, I don't think the author was in any way like capable of actually tackling the subject matter that she took on.
Clearly not. And it's fine. I'm not going to get too upset. It's a gross thing to put as like a way to carry the plot along.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And especially what's going to come later. So he tells her his backstory. And these were things that happened to him before he was 4.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. Like, you can be completely traumatized by things before you're 4.
Yeah.
But she's asleep the whole time, doesn't remember a thing. And then the next scene is the family dinner scene.
Ooh,
where
segue.
all of a sudden blonde flatmate is back with Later's boy or Later's
babes.
Okay, and then we get introduced to the sister for the first time, and it's just happy wasp land.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and cute Christian ruining a happy moment.
Right. Okay. So flatmate makes a very innocent comment about the fact that Anna is going to visit her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Christian freaks the
fuck out. Yeah.
Carries her off like barbarian. Okay, so I was thinking, has she decided to go to school like post grad in Georgia or
no? She wanted to visit her mom for a couple days.
Oh my God. I was thinking, did I miss something?
No, it's just total possessiveness, total distancing her from her family. And he's like, oh no, you can't do that. And it's like, dude, like yesterday we were still talking about the fact that the contract hasn't been signed and that like this might not even be happening and we might not even be talking. Like, oh, so she made plans to visit her mom.
Yep.
During that time and
after graduation for 2 days.
Yeah.
And this whole thing came about because did you remember that they made such a big point of saying that Christian was her boyfriend? So now that she's got the title, or he's got the title
as of like yesterday,
right? I mean, yeah, I guess she could have probably mentioned it if he was in fact her boyfriend. This is something that you would tell.
Yeah,
but he drags her off and just like completely, gets in her face and tells her that she's horrible.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck, man? She's like, what the fuck?
But so I think
it'd be funnier. What's that?
They're trying to make this point though of the fact that she's kind of playing games with him, right? They, I think is
where do you say that?
Because if it was her boyfriend, she would have mentioned it. And then when he gets angry, she's kind of like, oh, what, me? Like they're normalizing this lack of communication.
Yeah. I mean,
not that she's at fault, but they're saying that if you're in a committed, passionate, infatuated relationship, that you wouldn't mention something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a strange thing to leave out.
Like the last time they had a full conversation was at that graduation ceremony. Like it was like literally before that, it was like several weeks of like texting montage. And it seemed like she wasn't texting him other than those texts,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Like, how did he even know that?
Knowing you.
So he knew she was graduating because that's how they met.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then it was on stage that she was like, okay, I'll sign
right.
it.
So that was weird. We didn't talk about this weird on stage thing where he actually hands her the diploma, right? Or just shakes her hand.
Shakes her hand or something. Yeah.
And then he says, are you going to sign it?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so why is Christian so concerned about her signing it if he's going to go ahead and fuck her and have anyways and go into this weird relationship stalking thing, even though she hasn't consented to any of it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, control, winning.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't understand why he's so obsessed with the contract.
Yeah.
Which I guess in the end, he lets go. So she gets on the plane to Georgia, and what do you know? She's been upgraded to first class. And did you think that he was going to come and sit down next to her?
Yeah, I would have.
But what's with the empty seats? Did he buy that seat as well?
Probably. He's super possessive. He wouldn't want her having like a conversation with someone next to her.
No, I guess not. Like what could possibly happen?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a talk. Okay, so this is a big part of this next half hour of this film. So he really, really oddly tells her that he's having dinner with a friend.
Yeah.
And
it's
she
Mrs.
automatically assumes that it's Mrs. Robinson.
I mean, because he doesn't really have friends. Like,
what about his brother and Taylor? And
I mean, Taylor's his employee.
But then for the first time, I understand that. But
yeah.
Okay, so now they're normalizing jealousy. Because he's pissed at her for going to Georgia to see her mom. She's pissed at him for having dinner with a friend. She expressed no concern about this friend previously. And this is the other thing about agreements in relationships. She never said, I don't want you to see this person. But now she's just all of a sudden jealous, like pissed off, jealous. And she even says she's a child abuser.
Yeah, and I think that's really yeah, I mean, she didn't have this reaction when he first told her about the Mrs. Robinson figure. But yeah, I think it's like more that more just upset that he can continue to have a relationship with someone who like did bad things to him.
Okay. Yeah, I get that, but it was just like grown-ups need to talk about these things. And he even said earlier that I think that they were still in touch.
Yeah.
And she gets all crazy too, and like won't answer his calls and just like doesn't want to eat because she's so concerned about what he's up to.
Yeah. It's not good. You gotta conversation goes two ways.
And what does he do? Shows up in fucking Georgia.
Yeah. And this scene, I mean, we mentioned it earlier, but like she's clearly very uncomfortable and upset by the fact that he's there. I mean, she was like
at first
literally leaning away from him and being like, why are you here? And her mom's like, oh, this is like your great boyfriend. Why do you seem so scared of him? Except she didn't do that. She was just like, oh yeah, he's fucking hot. I would do that too. And then she's like, oh, let me give you some time alone together because clearly he needs some I need to like act out the fact that he is achieving his goal of separating you from me.
Right.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, this is not what we want to teach people is okay. He is stalking her. I mean, what is the text message that he sends? What, another mimosa or another Cosmo? Yeah. What, another Cosmo? And she does. She acts completely freaked out. And her mom, instead of being concerned, just kind of welcomes it, which is just gross.
Yeah, but I mean, like, point out too, like, we noticed that the mom didn't have like the best current relationship. Like, the guy was just complaining about her soup and stuff.
By the way, that is not gazpacho. The soup that they're eating is just tomato soup. Gazpacho is a raw, cold, like actually looks like you're eating salsa.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move along.
Anyways,
so Christian sweeps her off into the airplane. She doesn't have any problems with it, and of course, then she gets swept literally off her feet off into the air.
Oh my God!
And then again, he bails.
Yeah.
So skipping along just a little bit.
Okay.
Of course, she goes back to the airport, gets on the plane. And girl, she was in Georgia for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
He couldn't even
wait. He had to go and ruin it.
I know, he totally did. So then she gets to the airport, and of course, Taylor is there to pick her up. And the next thing that I have in my notes is that she is in the back of the limo or whatever it is. And, already within a week, the two of them have this great understanding about both of their places inside this crazy man's world. And Anna says to Taylor, how does he seem today, Taylor? And like they're making like a baby out of this douche Grays. You know, like he's
That's
a
interesting.
child. How does he seem today?
How does
like let's all put our kid gloves on.
Is he colicking at all?
Exactly. How does he seem today? How did they get to the point where he's buying
so
her clothes?
Emotionally volatile?
It's stupid. And also, like he's not responsible for his actions. Like we all need to tiptoe around him. We all need to make him happy. And he says, oh, like he's having a hard time, whatever. So then she goes back to his house again. So did they just move in together?
I don't know.
So why is she going from Georgia to his house?
Because she signed the contract and now she's required. Oh, well, she said she was going to sign the contract.
Maybe she just likes it over there, right?
Yeah.
It's so wonderful.
Yeah. But I think the agreement that the contract would be that she spent Friday through Sunday there.
Okay, so then she gets there and he's moody and screaming at someone on the cell phone and acting out. And she says then, like now again, she's having second thoughts or third or fourth or fifth thoughts. And she says, why do you have to have this? Why is this so important to you? Like, why won't you let me touch you? Why can't we just like have sex like normal people? Why can't we go for brunch? And he says, if I told you, you'd never look at me the same again.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. Like if you have a requirement and you feel loved by being able to touch your partner, that is a good enough reason to be like, you're a great person and everything, but it's not going to work out because I need to be able to have cuddles. Like, and I think people are sometimes scared to make like relationship choices based on these, like, they seem like little things. Yeah, but they're really important to you,
Right.
And you are going to be dissatisfied long term if you like sacrifice these little things that make you feel so good.
And he can't tell her anything.
He can't tell her anything.
Give him a hug.
Yeah. And that's when we get that great line they had in that that trailer spoof that you sent me. It was so good.
What the hell is up with this idiotic line that I'm sure was not in the book, right?
It was. I think it was. Yeah. No, the lines in the book are way worse.
I also came across a YouTube video about the lines in the book. All right. So Christian says, I am 50 shades of fucked up.
Yeah. Like, who even says that? No one.
Also, what does it mean? He's just all over fucked up, from white to black.
Lots of things. A whole
and again,
monochromatic rainbow.
Quote, fucked up as an excuse to be a douche.
Yeah.
Theme right there. Being fucked up is not an excuse to be a douche.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's like that whole like hurt people thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's okay.
Well, and it doesn't mean that Anna needs to get in bed with it, which she does, because I guess he seduced her, supposedly with his money and charm. Because the next thing in the notes is
she has a savior complex. Possibly.
Needs to have it. I don't know, because all throughout the movie, I mean, they never present it as like she's gonna save him or fix him. She's just like going along for the ride.
Yeah.
Really? She never says that she's gonna even help him in any way, ever.
Yeah. True.
And then she says that this was hilarious when I researched it. She tells Christian, I've fallen in love with you. One of the videos that I watched last night showed a clip of her saying this. And then they cut to him going, how? I've fallen in love with you. Like, when and how and why did this happen?
Oh my God, the abuse worked.
I guess so, exactly. Like, this is so gross.
It's crazy.
So he then decides that he must show her what he's all about. And she also demands, if you're not going to tell me what like the white and black of this is, if you're not going to tell me what I'm getting into, and then I want you to show me
the worst of it. And it's like, yeah, I'm stealing another thing from that video. Truthful trailers, they were like, girl, you've been Googling this for like weeks and you don't know how bad it can get. And she's like, show me the worst. And it's like, haven't you been Googling it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you trust him so much after 5 days a week.
Yeah. You're like, whatever.
But I think what the movie was trying to drive home is that she was asking for it. And so it was consensual, even though the fucking contract was never signed.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't know what her limits are. And that's what makes me angry is, BDSM, like it can be an expansive experience for people, but it's all about agreements, like all along the way. Mm-hmm. How did he know what her limits were? How did she know how bad it can get? What his worst was, because they'd never talked about it. They never experienced it. And then he just expects her to bend over and
take it.
And what? He just like beats the shit out of her. Wait, I mean, I don't know.
I felt like they actually, that scene was like, I don't know. I feel like the actor who played him did it pretty well, because he showed that he was doing it and enjoying it, but also kind of hating it, but mostly enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you could see like the relief in his face every time he hit her. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, that was finally like what I've been looking for.
But but for him, it wasn't about her at all. It wasn't about her, because he had no idea how she was going to respond to it.
Yeah, and then he was shocked afterwards when she was like,
"Right,
don't touch me."
Yeah. This would have been many conversations over months, or he would have at least known that she was down with this before.
Yeah, or just been like, "I'm going to hit you once and see how you feel about it, and we can open it up to more if you're down."
Well, he did safety board her, on board her. He did say it was going to be 6 times, but
and he's like, what's your safe word?
Mm-hmm. And she did want to know, she wanted to have the information in order to make informed consent moving forward about what he meant by his worst. Yeah. So I guess that she got that.
Yeah. I mean, it's so that, like, what I wrote on this scene was, she finally saw someone for who they were, even though they've been telling her who they are the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, he's like, I'm fucked up. I'm bad. Like, I need control. I'm not a dominatrix. I'm a
Well, I guess. I mean, essentially. That was not exactly the wrong word to use.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the wrong word. But, he's telling her all this stuff. She just didn't know what that translates into in the bedroom. Exactly. She thought it was like, oh, you gently tie me up and have sex with me while I'm tied up.
Right.
Like, she didn't realize that it's like, for him, all of those words of him trying to be honest and telling her what she's getting into and being like, I'm a bad guy. I mean, how do you usually onboard people into this life?
You probably meet them. Yeah. I do have some experience, but I don't really want to bring that into this because it's not like relevant, but you would meet someone in the context of them being into this. And so because you knew,
but how do you, if you don't know you're into it and you're like, I kind of want to try it, but I'm like, not sure if it's going to be my thing.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Like, so you'd have many, many conversations about it. And then you'd have what you would call like, I think scenes where you would like try certain things out. And then you would have the aftercare where you would communicate about how each person felt after and then plan the next thing.
Okay.
It's all consensual all the way across and tons of communication. It's not, like one person being in charge. In fact, a lot of people say that the submissive has more power than the dom.
Yeah. That's
that
true.
makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense. Yeah, because it's about like the fantasy of being in control, not like actually controlling someone who doesn't want to be there.
And it can be really sexy and, like I said, really like transformative and expansive for people. But it's not, you know, I'm going to like target this person and get them to become my slave who has nothing, like, no idea about the culture and no intent to be submissive.
Yeah,
This isn't how it works.
Like separate her from her support system. Don't like offer like any, you know, because that's the thing with the BDSM community is it's a community. It's not just like one person preying on someone outside of the community who has no resources to like understand what's happening. And like, you know,
He takes her car.
He takes her car.
He tells her what to eat. Like this is not how it works. And I think that's why a lot of people took exception to it, because these things can be really sexy and exciting. And this just, I think this kind of put a cloud on the whole lifestyle. And also it just tells women that, you know, you don't need to be anything but virtuous, and someone might come upon you and, you know, give you everything, and you don't even need to talk to him, and your needs are not relevant.
Right? It's trade-off.
Yeah, right. And like, what is with this fantasy of this rich dude just showing up and being a douche and buying you everything? As an independent woman, I'm not into it. And also as someone who enjoys having someone show generosity, Christian Grey makes it look like every time that he does something for her, it's with manipulation, and it's with this underlying intention of seducing her into doing something gross. Whereas, you know, I think a lot of men, when they're courting someone, just want to do something generous because they like the woman. And I think that that's actually like completely valid. And this just pollutes the whole thing.
Yeah. And
did he ever give her anything when he didn't expect something gross in return?
Yeah, exactly. Like the one time he showed up for something important in her life, he was already supposed to be there for another reason. It wasn't.
And hadn't he already sold her car by then?
Yeah.
Sold her car. Like it was a car she'd had for ages. I'm sorry, but I would love to have a vintage Bug. If I had a vintage Bug,
I would be so pissed.
And you took it from me?
I would lose my shit.
What the hell is that?
I would actually lose my shit.
And she's just like, "Oh shucks, that's weird."
She's like, and can I just have too much? Yeah,
right. Like, and then he puts it back on her.
No, you fucking buy it back. I don't care how much it costs. Give it back to me. Yeah. Like, you've got resources. You could buy back the 5,000 of that Bug. And also, he's so rich. Why did he?
It was not 5,000, but it doesn't even matter. He didn't even ask her.
Yeah.
And what? It's because he's gonna fuck her and give her plane rides and whatever, first class.
I mean, I think most people are going to be in agreement with us here. Okay. Like, I'm hoping.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. I think it's we're like, there were a few moments where we're like, okay, let's compare this to something that could possibly happen in a normal situation where it's not giving off like,
I don't want to get into this
vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into this, but I did find this film a little triggering because my abuser was wealthy, and he was all about showering me with things, but with like this weird stuff afterwards. And I can guarantee like this does kind of happen in real life, and that women can get really wrapped up in it quite easily.
Yeah.
And just feel like if someone, and it, you know, we think about relationships as there's this give and take, you know, and so if someone's willing to do something for you, then you should be willing to do something in return. And, you know, it's transactional and it's not real, and it can get abusive really, really quickly. So yeah, I'm sure that people would agree with us, but it's not fake. You know, people find themselves wrapped up in these situations every single day.
Yeah,
and
totally.
And men, I'm sure women as well. I can't think of anything, but men do use this type of control over people that they want to be in relationships with all the time. And that people are just supposed to bow down and be thankful for it. and think that it's romantic.
Yeah,
I guess it depends on the intentions behind it. I love to give gifts. And, I never expect that I'm going to get anything out of it. But someone who's abusive, if someone has an agenda.
Yeah.
But women are really brought up, especially in religious communities, to think, like a man has to prove himself to you. And he might do it in these, like really overt, obvious ways where the intention behind it is nothing loving. It's just, controlling power trip.
Boo.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to our rambling.
We hope that was good.
And thank you, Claire, for staying on an extra hour.
No worries.
And we hope that you like what we thought about 50 Shades of Grey. What did you think about 50 Shades of Grey? What film would you like us to analyze?
Yeah.
What do you think of Claire and I getting tipsy and talking shit?
Tipsy and talking shit.
Yeah.
And should we sign off with the only quote we can sign off with?
Yeah. So laters, babes.
Laters, babes.
We love you.
Thanks for listening to X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
If you like this episode, tag us on your Instagram story so we can connect with you.
And you can find me, Claire, on Instagram at Claire Lofthouse.
And me, Janice, on Instagram at Janice Formicella. If you'd like to join our online community, find us on Facebook at Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On.